Hey guys, hello and welcome to Naveed for Speed. This is the Audi RS3 and I'm so excited to drive this. I've been so excited ever since it came out and I finally got my hands on this car to drive it and I'm looking forward to it.
This is the Audi RS3 Sportback. It's Audi's little pocket rocket that's capable of going head to head with some of the best hatchbacks currently available. This RS3 is said to offer the highest level of driving dynamics.
Right, so as with most Audi models, inside the cockpit, inside the cabin, it's a very familiar place. The steering wheel is that same Audi leather feel. It doesn't have a flat bottom, but it is 3-spoke, just like usual Audis. The center dash is also familiar Audi territory. There's some plastics, some leathers, and some sort of gloss black areas in the interior. Not as much gloss as in the Audi e-tron GT, which I drove before, and I'm really glad about that because I experienced that the sun reflected off the glass black material. So with this car, I'm really glad that there isn't as much gloss black. Central infotainment system, as Audi's usual infotainment system is pretty great, and I like that the central control panel is very simple. There's just an engine stop start button, there's music controls and drive select mode. Straight, as simple as that, you know, it's nice and easy. And of course the seating position is great. The driving visibility, front, back, left, right, is all great. And of course this is a car that's meant to be used daily, not just, you know, as an RS car, right, sport car. So this is the baby RS of the range, but it still comes with that 2.5 litre 5-cylinder engine, which does sound amazing. And it's one of the very few vehicle manufacturers or cars even that still uses the 5-cylinder engine, and it makes its own distinct sound that is rather satisfying. It has this sort of deep bore to it. But then
the Audi RS3 produces 400 horsepower, 62 miles per hour is dispatched in 3.8 seconds, and there's a top speed of 155 miles per hour or 180 miles per hour with the dynamic pack.
But the most important thing to know about this car is the driving dynamics. So this car is a little hot hatch, great for those small intricate corners that you could take at high speeds. Now the reason why that is because obviously this is a 4-wheel drive car, but at the back there's a torque splitter, so it can split the torque between the two rear wheels, which means that more power could be sent to the outer wheel, which means that no matter what speed you take the corner in, it feels like you are defying gravity or defying physics rather, and you're still able to make corners, impossible corners at impossible speeds. It's just a fun little car to hoon around in. But let's not forget that this is a car that can be used every day. It has reasonably good fuel economy, and it's not like the big RS cars that are just too much to handle in city driving. But when needed, when called upon, it can produce G-forces that can rip your face apart, and as you can tell, there's loads of stuff in the back seat that is just flying about. Comfort levels, I've heard that the comfort in this car is good. Now experiencing it myself, it is a little bit on the harsher side, but of course that's part of the reason why we get all the performance that we get in this car, because it's always able to give you the grip that you need. That's the trade-off that we have to accept. But aside from that, this car is mean, I've been speaking to a lot of people today who have been driving this car, and quite a lot of them, particularly if they were passengers, have been feeling sick because it's so great at taking those corners at the speeds that it does. But me driving this, maybe it's because it's the end of the day, I'm starting to feel a bit sick myself. And the worst thing about it is that is good. I'm glad it's good. I'm happy, I'm excited. The levels of G-force that you experience, particularly on your neck and your back, you've really got to be prepared for any sudden changes in elevation or any sudden turns. This really is a car that can catch you off guard.
Does the Audi RS3 offer the highest level of driving dynamics for a hatchback? Yes, it does. Does it work as an all-round car? 100%. Is it worth considering to buy? Without a doubt.